Most people believe that true awakening comes with extraordinary signs, lights, mystical revelations, visible transformations. But the truth is quite different, and maybe even unsettling. Those who have truly awakened don't need to prove anything. They don't wear spiritual symbols as trophies, they don't announce their awareness in every conversation, and they don't perform enlightenment on social media. Authentic awakening is silent, almost invisible, because it happens where no one else can reach, in the inner space where the ego has dissolved. That's why so many people confuse spiritual knowledge with genuine presence, collecting concepts while the awakened mind remains far away. Alan Watts, one of the great interpreters of Eastern philosophy for the West, often reminded us that spiritual awareness isn't achieved through struggle, but through surrender. The real signs of awakening aren't found in those who speak the loudest about self-knowledge, but in those who live with mindful presence without needing to announce it. In this video, you'll discover how to recognize someone who has truly silenced the ego, and, more importantly, you'll understand why that matters for your own soul awakening journey. Because recognizing awakening in someone else is just the beginning of recognizing it within yourself. There's something peculiar about those who are truly awake, a calmness that doesn't need to be performed. These people carry a natural ease, as if they've discovered a secret the rest of the world is still trying to force, the art of simply being present. There's no tension in their shoulders, no rush in their words, no desperate need to fill every silence with noise. It's as if they've learned to dance with life instead of fight against it, and you can feel it even when nothing is said. True awakening shows itself in an authentic presence that doesn't need an audience. While most people are busy planning their next sentence, rehearsing clever replies, or calculating the impression they're making, someone who has reached spiritual awareness simply listens, deeply, without judgment, without a hidden agenda. As Alan Watts often explained, an awakened mind isn't occupied with defending positions or building stories about itself. It's just there, whole, undivided, not split between past and future. And when you meet someone like this, you realize that mindfulness isn't a philosophical idea at all, it's a way of breathing. Most people move through life shielded, guarding their beliefs as if they were valuable property that must not be questioned. Any challenge to their ideas feels like a personal attack, any disagreement triggers emotional defense. But those who have gone through the dissolution of the ego respond in a completely different way, with curiosity instead of resistance. They don't feel threatened when someone disagrees with them, because they don't confuse their opinions with who they are. It's as if they've discovered that defending the ego is exhausting and entirely unnecessary. This is one of the rarest and most powerful signs of awakening, the ability to hear the opposite view without becoming defensive. When confronted, they don't go into fight mode or build verbal walls. Instead, they reflect, weigh things carefully, and sometimes even change their mind without drama. True self-knowledge teaches you that you are not your beliefs, not your stories, not the character that has to be right all the time. And once that understanding settles in, the urge to defend yourself simply falls away, leaving only a genuine openness to whatever life and other people bring. Modern life has turned everyone into performers. Every post, every meeting, every conversation becomes a stage where the ego presents its most polished version. People cultivate carefully crafted images, strategic angles, and rehearsed lines that project success, spirituality, or intelligence. But those who have reached true awakening have simply stopped acting. Not because they're perfect, but because they no longer need to prove anything. There's a disarming naturalness about them, as if they've forgotten they were supposed to be impressing someone. This absence of performance is one of the most liberating aspects of spiritual consciousness, and also the hardest to fake. While most people spend their energy building personas, those who live in authentic presence simply are. There's no strategy behind their words, no social calculation, no exhausting image curation that consumes so much of modern life. Alan Watts used to teach that an awakened mind doesn't need masks because it has discovered something revolutionary. The real version is enough. And when you encounter someone like that, you feel it right away, because being close to someone who isn't performing is like breathing fresh air after hours in a stuffy room. There's a rare quality in the way certain people observe the world, an attention that doesn't judge, categorize, or frantically evaluate everything that happens. They simply notice, with a quietness that isn't passivity, but focused presence. While most people live with their minds split between regrets about the past and anxieties about the future, those who have experienced ego dissolution inhabit the present moment with a disarming sense of fullness. They're not thinking about the next task while talking to you. They're not mentally absent while physically present. This kind of mindfulness isn't a technique or an effort, it's a natural result of true awakening. An awakened mind doesn't need to force concentration because it's no longer constantly running away from itself. There aren't internal voices competing for attention, no silent judgments playing in the background, no endless mental chatter draining their energy. When you're with someone who lives in genuine spiritual awareness, you can feel that they actually see you, not a version they've imagined, not projections or stereotypes, but the real presence in front of them. And strangely enough, that makes you feel more whole too. Recognizing someone who has truly awakened isn't about finding a perfect guru or an enlightened master. It's about sensing the difference between someone who talks about self-knowledge and someone who lives it. It's noticing a presence that doesn't perform, a calmness that doesn't defend itself, an attention that doesn't judge. But here's the question that really matters: what about you? Where are you performing instead of being? Where are you defending the ego instead of letting it dissolve? Where are you distracted instead of present? Because in the end, recognizing true awakening in someone else serves only one purpose: awakening spiritual awareness within yourself. The journey of soul awakening doesn't happen in books, it doesn't happen at spiritual retreats, and it doesn't happen in inspirational posts. It happens in the inner silence you create when you stop running from yourself. It happens when you choose authentic presence over social approval. It happens when mindfulness stops being an idea and becomes the way you live. So I'll leave you with this: what signs of awakening do you already recognize in your own life? And more importantly, what will you do today to cultivate the awakened mind that already exists within you, waiting only for the ego to quiet down? If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue this journey of awareness and transformation. In the next videos, we'll go even deeper into the teachings that truly matter, the ones that don't just change how you think, but who you are. I'll see you there.